So, Bismillah, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Today, inshallah, we are talking about the place value through thousands.
Mr.
Yes.
What page?
I said, please close the page, close the book, look at the screen until we finish, then you can start. Okay? Place value through the thousand. What is the place value through the thousand? At the first, the main point of our lesson today that we need to remember the place value. You remember the decimal point? The decimal point is the point that divides the number into two parts. The part which lies at the left, which is the decimal number. The part which at the right, which at the left, which is the whole number. So suppose that we have a number like that. 3, 4, 1, 2.5, 6, 7, 8. You remember this one? That's called? This point is called?
Decimal point.
I don't
Decimal
know.
point.
Decimal point.
Okay. So before the decimal point, that is the whole number. What is the place value of 2? The place value of 2? What is the place value of 2?
One.
The first number, ones.
Once.
Okay. What is the place value of 2? It's ones. The place value of 1? What is the place value of tens?
Mister, I can't see anything.
Why? You can log out, then log in again. You will see. What is the place value of 4?
100. 100.
Okay.
100. Thousands.
The last one is Alaykum Salam. The last one is thousand.
Thousands.
Okay. No problem. 4, 5. If you look at it starting here from the right, the first number from right is called, the first number at the right of the decimal is called 10th.
Mr. Open which page?
Leave the page now. Leave the book. Leave the book. I'm not using the book right now. I'm just explaining. So the first number at the right of the decimal is called 10th. The next number is? The next number is? As we said here, tens, 100, 1,000. So this one would be 100th.
Thousands, millions.
The next one is?
1,000.
1,000.
10 million.
No.
Million.
After 1,000, what is the digit? If we have here like 1 before 3, its place value would be?
Million.
No.
10,000.
10,000. At the first we have ones, tens, 100, 1,000, 10,000, 100,000, million, 10 million, 100 million. So that would be the same. We have tenth.
I don't understand.
I didn't say anything. I just start explaining what is the decimal point, what is the number. I will repeat it again. Just wait.
Mister, where I write that?
100,000
Have you finished talking? Okay. We close the mic. So if we need anyone to talk, I will open the mic. So again, for this one, for any number, suppose that we have a number like that. So for each number, there is a place value. For each number, there is a place value. The only thing that we have new here for this part, which is the decimal point. So again, the number that we have now, which is 3,412.5678. This point is called decimal point. The number which before the decimal point is called The 2 here is called ones. 1 is called, its place value is called tens. 4 is called hundredths. 3 is called thousands. If you look at the right of the decimal divides the number now. The decimal is dividing the number. The first number at the right here is called tenth. The next number is called hundredth. After that it will be thousand. The next will be 10,000. If you have any problem for this part, please raise your hand. If you have any problem for this part, please raise your hand. Leave the book. I'm not using the book right now. Leave the book. I'm not using the book. My question, if there is any part, if there is anything in this part is not clear, please raise your hand. That's my question. So, Walid, what is the question?
Yes.
What?
We want to complete.
Complete what?
Complete
My
the
question.
lesson.
So we are playing now? Or what?
No, I understand everything.
So I'm just asking about, if you didn't understand, please raise your hand. Hamza, what is the problem? Hamza.
Mister, I don't understand what's like in the other side, like the 5, 6, and 7, 8.
You remember the decimal? The decimal that we explained from 2
No.
lessons? Decimal. Who was absent?
No, I don't remember.
So you have to watch the video again one more time to see the video. You need to see the video. I send the video to the group.
Okay.
The decimal.
Okay.
Muhammad Amir, what's the problem? What is the problem? Muhammad Amir? Muhammad Amir is not responding. Yusuf, is there any problem for this part? You didn't understand it?
I just came. Mister, I just came. I didn't see anything.
Why you came late? We started from 20 minutes. We started from 20 minutes.
Mister, it's not because Mister, it's not letting me inside the class.
Who didn't let you inside the class?
No, when I joined the link, it didn't let me.
So I will explain this part again. Muhammad Amir, what's the problem?
Mister,
What's the question?
I don't know.
You don't know?
I just came, so
Muhammad Tamer, what is the question?
Mister, can you give me the ability to record?
You need to record. I'm recording the session and send it to you daily. I'm recording the session and send it to you daily.
Okay. Thank
Okay.
you, Mister.
Welcome. And I will send the playlist to you today, inshallah. Again for this part, the place value. Now we have a number here. It's called 3,412. This point is called decimal point. This one is called decimal point. The number at the left of the decimal is called ones. The next one, its place value is tens. The next is hundreds. The next is thousand. Then look at the right. The first number at the right is called tenth. The next is hundred. The next is thousand. The next is 10,000. That is the place value. Now we need to find the value of each digit. So if you know the value, please raise your hand. I need the value of 3. If you know the value, please raise your hand. I need the value of 3. The value of 3. What is the value of 3? Abdurrahman? What is the value of 3? Abdurrahman?
No, mister. I just want to tell you, I don't understand how the 5 should be 1,000, and the 6 should be 10, and the 7 should be 10,
Right, I will explain
and
this
the
part.
8 should be Mr. Once.
Okay, I will explain this part again. Just 1 minute. If I need to write this number, 3 over 10. 3 over 10. So how can I write this number? As a decimal. How can I write this number as a decimal? If you know the answer, please raise your hand. Walid, how can I write this number as a decimal?
I know.
So give me the answer, I ask you.
3, 0, decimal point, and 3.
3, 0, decimal point, and what? And 3?
And then 0.
0? Why you write by this way?
This is not my answer.
No, I need your
No, no.
answer. I need your answer. What's your answer? I just write
My
what you
answer
said.
is, my answer is 3,
3,
decimal point, 0.
3, decimal point, then 0. So it will be 0.3. Can you read this number?
3/10.
3 tenths. When I say 3 over 100, who can convert this number to be decimal? Ibrahim Galhoum. Can you convert this number to be decimal? Ibrahim Galhoum.
No, the answer, but Mr. Which page?
I'm not opening the page now. There is no book. I will not use the book today.
Okay. 0.03.
0.03. Can you read this number?
Yes.
So it will be
300.
Thanks. If I have 3 over 1,000, can you convert this number? Abdurrahman? Convert to decimal, so it will be
0.003.
0.003. Can you read it?
3,000.
Okay. Suppose that we have here 3 over 10,000. Who can convert this number? Yusuf? Yusuf, can you convert this number to decimal? Convert to decimal?
0.0003.
So it will be read as
3 10,000ths.
Okay, thanks. So listen please for this part. Look at 3 for this one. 3 only the first digit after the decimal point. And we name it by, we call it by 3/10. The number at the right of the decimal point we call tenths. 3 here, the second number at the right. The second number at the right. It will be 100th. 3 here, the third number. It's 1,000. 3 here is 10,000. You understand now the first number after the digit. Again for this one. The first number after the digit, it will be tens. The second number after the digit, it will be 100. The third number after the digit, it will be 1,000. The fourth number will be 10,000. You understand now why the first one here is tenth, not the 10,000? If you didn't understand, please raise your hand. If you didn't understand this part, please raise your hand. Is it clear now? Any problem for this part? Any problem for this part? Hamad Tamer.
Mister, yes, what is ebook worksheets that you sent? I cannot understand what is ebook worksheet.
Leave the ebook now. Leave the ebook now. Leave the ebook.
But my mom tell me to ask you.
So I will give you the after we finish. Inshallah, I will give you. There is a code you will receive for the username and the password with the same book that you have. It's an ebook. Okay.
يعني
The same book. And instead of hard book, it will be ebook. You can open it through the computer as the one that I'm using now. You can see the screen now. You can see the book. Can you see the book now?
Yeah.
Can you see the book? Like this one.
Yeah.
You will have an account that you can use the ebook. Okay?
Okay. Thank you, Mister.
Welcome. Abdurrahman. What's the problem?
Mister, I don't have a problem. But you mean that the 8, it will be 10,000 in the anything at the right, Mister?
We are going to the right from the
It
decimal.
will be 10,000
from the decimal. The decimal point at the middle.
if we
The first number would be 10th, 1,000, 10,000, 100,000. You understand it? 10th, 100,000, 10,000, 100,000, million, 10 million. By this way, the decimal point. The first number at the right will be at the left will be ones, tens, 100,000, 10,000, 100,000.
Yeah, I know. So
The only different. Again for this one, the only different. At the left, there is ones. Start from ones. At the right, it's start from tens. Because the denominator is 10. You understand it?
Yeah.
Okay. So what is the question now?
Mister, why we don't let it one?
There is no one. 3 over 1. Why right here is this one?
The 5 should be like 1 and the 6 tenths and the 700.
Again for this one. Again for this one. When I ask you to write 3 over 1, it's equals 3 over 1.
3.
Equal 3. If I ask you to write 3, where you will write it? You write it instead of. If I ask you to write 3, you will write it here instead of 2 or 5. When I ask you to write 3, it's mean ones or tenth?
Tenth.
Why? So if I have 3 over 10, where I have to write it? 3. If I write 3, it means 3 ones.
Yeah.
Is this right?
Yeah.
3 written at the ones.
Yeah.
But when I write 3 over 10, where I have to write it? I have to write it as 0.3. That is the number, 3 over 10. It means 0.3. When you read it as 3 ones or 3 tenths?
I read it 3 tenths.
3 tenths. So this number, the first number, in which place? In the 10th place.
Yeah.
Can you read this number?
Wait.
This
Number
one.
4. Number 4. Okay. 1,000.
3. 3 in which place?
In 1,000.
So its value will be 3,000. When you want to read the number, you say 3,412. Is that right?
100. Yeah.
This number, because it's in thousand, so we called it 3,000. We called 3,000 because it lies at the 1,000 place. This 5 lies in which place? At the 10th. So we called it 5 tenths. You understand it? 5 tenths. The first number at the right of the digit is called tenth. That is the first number. If I ask you to write 5 over 10, where you have to write it? You just write 5 point and 0, so it will be 0.5. So the first number here at the right will be 5. The first digit is 5. 5 what? 5 ones or 5 tenths? You read it as 5 tenths. So its value would be like here 4. 4 lies in which place? At the 100. At the 100. So it will be? So it will be 400. You understand it? It's depend on the place. Depend on the place. The first number at the right of the decimal is called tenth. You didn't take this part in grade 4? This part in grade 4. Chapter, I think chapter 9. Chapter 9 or chapter 10. This one is grade 4.
No.
Okay. So, if this point is clear now, the place value, is there anyone didn't understand how we can find the place value? Why the first value here is called 10th? Waleed, what's the problem? And don't ask me please about the book. What's the problem?
Not a problem. I forgot to lower my hand.
Okay. Eslam, what is the problem? Eslam?
Teacher, I did not raise my hand.
Wallah, you raise your hand. I'm not choosing anyone. Yusuf? Yusuf? Okay. Muhammad Amir?
I put it by accident. I put it by accident.
Muhammad Amir?
I put it by accident. I put it by accident. I put my hand by accident.
Okay. So any problem for the place value? Any problem for the place value? Okay. So now for the value. I need you to solve with me. What is the value of 3? What is the value of 3? The value of the first 3 here would be? Abdurrahman? Value, not the place value. Value.
Yes.
Value, not the place value. Value.
3,000.
3,000. Okay. I need the value of 4, the next 4. What is the value of 4? If you know the answer, please raise your hand. If you know the answer, please raise your hand. Abdul Ghani, what is the value of 4? Abdul Ghani, what is the value of 4? Abdul Ghani, what is the value of 4? No, Abdul Ghani. Malik. Malik, what is the value of 4, Malik?
The value of 4 is 100.
No, it's a place value is 100. The place value, there is a difference between value and the place value. Place value, which is ones, tens, 100,000, 10,000, 100,000. But the value, if I ask you to write, it's 4, 40, 400, 4,000, 40,000, and so on. So what is the value?
The value is 400.
400, yes. So we need the value of 1. There is 1 here. The value of 1, Waleed. The value of 1. What is the value of 1?
I know.
Yes,
Value is 1 is 10.
It's 10. The value of 2 will be 2. Now we need to find the value of 5. How we can find it? The first number here. If you want to write 5, how you can find its value? When I have 3, I write the zeros at the right of the number. Like I write 3, then there is 3 digits. 1, 2, 3. Then I put 3 digits at the right. 4, I have 2 digits, so I will say 4 and the 2 digits, which is 400. 1, I have only 1 digit at the right, so I will write 0. So it will be 10. 2. I will write 2 without any change. There is no number at the right, only decimal, so I will not write any zeros. Now for the 5. If you want to write, it's a place value. What is the number which is before? What is before the 5? There is a decimal point. So write 5/10, because 5 lies at the 10th place. So write the value of 5 will be 0.5, which is 5/10, or 5 times 1/10. You can write it with 3 different ways. 6. There is only 1 digit before 6. So I have to write 0.1 digit before 6, which is 600. Or you can write it as 6 multiplied by 1/100. Again for 7. Who can give me the value of 7? The value of 7. 7 in 1,000 place. So how can I write its value? Sayyid Ahmad?
Yes, sir. 7's value is 10.
No. I say, what is the place value of 7?
7 multiplied by 7 multiplied by 1,000.
7 multiplied by 1,000. 1/1000. How we can write it as a decimal? Just we write 7. How many digits before the 7? How many digits before the 7?
2.
So I will write before the 7 2 zeros. Then we put the point. So to be 0.007. Can you solve with me 8? I need to find the value of 8. How I can write the value of 8?
8 multiplied by 10,000.
8 multiplied by 1/10,000. So I need to write it as a number. So to be 8. How many digits before 8?
3.
So I will write 3 zeros. Then put the point. So to be 0.0008. Any problem for this one? Any problem for the value or the place value? If you have the problem, please raise your hand. Abdurrahman? Abdurrahman?
No, I don't have a problem. Just
answer? Okay. If you have any problem about the value or the place value, please raise your hand. If you have a problem about the value or the place value. Okay. So open your book. Open your book, page 44. Page 44. Page 44. Open your book, page 44. Page 44. Have you finished? If you didn't finish, please raise your hand. If you didn't finish, raise your hand. If you didn't finish, raise your hand. If you didn't open the book, please raise your hand. Okay. So now we need question number 1. We need to circle the digit in the 10th place. Circle the digit in the 10th place. Which digit in the 10th place? If you know the answer, please raise your hand. We have 6, 1, and 4. Which digit at the 10th place? Which digit at the 10th place? Malik? Which digit?
The digit is a 1.
1 is the 10th place. 1 is the 10th place. The 10th place is the first digit at the right of the decimal. The 10th is the first digit at the right of the decimal. Thanks, Malik. Abdurrahman, can you solve the next one? We need to circle the digit in the 100th place. Which digit at the 100th place?
0.
100th.
Oh yeah. 3.
3. 100th is the second digit at the right of the decimal. Again for this one. Suppose that we have a decimal here.
100. Mister, he say in the when he put THS, it means
At the right of the decimal.
At the right. Yeah.
At the right of the decimal. Again for this one. Again, please listen for this part. If you have a decimal here, the first digit at the right is called 10th. The second digit here is called 100th. The third digit is called 1000. The next will be, that is the first digit. I will write it here. Just 1 minute. I will make the square to be clear. That is the first one. The first digit. The second. The third. The fourth. And here we have 1, 2, 3, and 4. Suppose that we have a decimal here. We have a decimal here. At the right, there is a decimal number. So what is the first place value at the right, which is 10th. After that, 100th. The next will be 1000. The next will be 10,000. The next will be 100,000, million. So at the left of the decimal, what is the first one? The first one is ones. The second is tens. The third, 100. The fourth, 1000. Any problem for this one?
No.
Okay. So we need to write the number in standard form. We need to write the number. If you didn't understand this point, please raise your hand. We need to write the number in standard form. The standard form, that's the form that we use the digits. So, Ibrahim, can you solve this question, please, with me? Ibrahim.
No, mister, I don't understand.
Which part that you didn't understand, and I will repeat it? I can't hear you. The sound is not clear.
Because the first thing, the right one from the decimal is tenths, and it makes me have a problem because I think it is ones.
There is nothing. I explained it in the last page. Again, when I say 3/10, can you write this one? Last page, this one. The black one.
Did last page.
This one. Wallahi, I say close the book. Because of that, I said close the book and just focus. I explained it 4 times or 5 times. I say close the book until I finish explaining, then you can see. When I say 3/10, how can I write this number?
3/10 is 0.3.
Can you read this number?
Yes.
What?
3/10.
So 3 here in which place? The first number is 3.
It's 10.
Is that right? When I ask you 13, 3 here in which place?
There is 1.
Is there any decimal?
No.
No. So the 13 here before the decimal, not after the decimal. 3, the ones is before the decimal, not after the decimal. You understand it?
Yes.
Okay. So how we can write this number in standard form? I think that we finished because I have another session now. So we can complete inshallah tomorrow. We stop at page 44 and we didn't finish. Please study this part and I will send the video to you to revise it to continue solving the next session inshallah. Okay? Assalamu alaikum.